How y'all doing? I'm BlackRiverGames, and this is me. I kind of wanted to do an intro to myself, just like a basic intro, before I got any like video game content up, which is what I'm going to be doing. If you couldn't tell by my handle. Let's start off, I guess, with my name. May come as a shock to anyone watching this. Whoever you may be, awesome. Thank you so much, by the way, in advance. But my name has almost nothing to do with Black River or games. My name is actually, well, I go by Doug, and I'll get to the reasoning behind the YouTube channel, like the name of the channel, a little bit later. But my name is Doug. I am currently 23 years old and born October 1st, 1992. So yeah, my birthday's coming up here in a few months. I live in a small town just outside of Austin, Texas. Our population is I think somewhere around 18,000, which isn't really all that big. I mean, it's bigger than some places, but I think Austin, which is about a 20-30 minute drive from my house, or my parents' house technically, is I think 800,000, give or take. I'm not sure what it's at right now, but I think that was the last thing that I saw. I currently work at a convenience store. I don't think I can use the actual name of the store for legal reasons, which it doesn't pay really anything at all. I mean, even with my very minimal bills and stuff, I'm still barely making ends meet. Well, barely making ends meet. With like $50 or $100 left over after each check, that I put straight into my savings account as soon as I get the check. I mean, it really doesn't make me much, but it's enough to support me as I am right now. I am hoping to get like an apartment or like a rented house, hopefully in the future. A big inspiration to me wanting to do YouTube is actually Jacksepticeye, in case you couldn't tell by my shirt, and Markiplier. That partly because I've always enjoyed video games, but it's never like been a huge thing for me, because everyone that was my friend growing up in school kind of looked down on video games, so it was kind of hard for me to pursue video games. And the video games that they did approve of was like the bro games, like Call of Duty or Madden or some stuff like that. So I'm not really huge into the video game community, if that makes sense. I still enjoy playing games whenever I can, but I just don't have a whole lot of time to put into that because of work, and then coming up at school at the end of next month, which I'm gonna finish a degree in criminal justice law enforcement, which is gonna be kind of my fallback from YouTube, because I know it's not gonna last forever, and I honestly am not expecting this to go like super far. I'm hoping it will. Absolutely, I'm hoping it will. It would be amazing if you guys would allow me to do this as a career, so that I don't have to have my crap job with that convenience store. I mean, don't get me wrong. I absolutely enjoy some of the people that I work with. Most of the people that I work with, actually. Just there's a couple of bad eggs, so to speak, I guess, that it's kind of hard for me to work with there, coupled with the fact that I don't get paid a whole lot, so I can't make that my full-time thing. I mean, it is my full-time job, which is going to take a lot of time out of this, which is why at the very beginning the video uploads will probably be a little bit sporadic and kind of random seeming. Hopefully I'll be able to get one out every other day or every 3 days or so. Yeah, so that's the basic stuff out of the way. A couple of interesting things is in my house there are 5 dogs. We've got Adonis and Peanut, which are my dogs, and then there is Libby and Rusty, which is my sister's, and then there's Chaya, which is my mom's. Chaya and Rusty are poodles. They're like little toy poodles. They're annoying little shits. And then Libby is a rat terrier. Peanut's a mix of a whole bunch of different things, but we know for sure that Basenji's in there, probably like rat terrier, maybe Chihuahua. Yeah, great combo. I mean, Basenji means that she can't bark, like her vocal cords actually won't let her bark. They're not strong enough or something. They're not designed to do that, because Basenji is like a African hunting breed of dog. So, especially in Africa, where for hunting, you want quiet dogs, so they bred the barking out. So it's like she tries to bark. It's hilarious when she does. It's like, Peanut, sweetie, you can't bark. I'm sorry. You physically you just cannot bark. But I mean, she's aptly named Peanut because she's woohoo. Oh, Adonis is a German Shepherd and I think miniature pinscher mix. At the shelter, he was listed as a German Shepherd mix, which I thought he would be a little bit bigger when we got him. Turns out he stayed, I think he's at like 25 or 26 pounds right now as is, but we did think he was going to be bigger, and I mean, I still love him. He's a great dog, and I wish we could have got his sister too, which was, and actually she was put in the same kennel with him, and I would have just loved to have had both of them, but that would put the count at 6 dogs in the house, which is a lot, which is just too much for what we have available, and food and water and all that other stuff. So we had to leave her at the shelter. I'm sure she got adopted, because I mean, they were just adorable little puppies. I might put a picture of him up here, right now. But yeah, I wish we could have got his sister too. But like I said, just 6 is too many for our house. I've also got 5 fish tanks. 3 of them is like our main tanks, which one right there is actually a discus tank. And then the one in the living room is just kind of a, I guess the best thing could be called is a semi-aggressive community tank. It's got an angelfish, it's got some barbs, it's got some tetras, just stuff like that. And then the other main tank is my African cichlid tank, which is in my room. And then there's the other. Then that leaves 2. You can actually see. Oh, by the way, see it right over there. It just has one beta in it. One beta fish, one Siamese fighting fish, I think is the other name for them. But I'm working on trying to get get a bigger tank for him, because what he's in now is kind of small. And despite what a lot of people think, betas do not like to be in small little just little bowls and other stuff like that. They like to have a lot of room to swim around. Same with goldfish. In fact, goldfish is actually even worse to have in a small tank like that because they are extremely dirty fish. And they get up to, I think, 3 or 4 inches, which in a little bowl they wouldn't really have any room to swim around. And then the other one is, it's got, all it has in it right now is one single little pleco and a batch of about 13, I think is what I counted, fry from, which is baby fish from my African cichlids. I took the mom out, just dumped her in a little tank and let her, give birth naturally. And so those are the 5 fish tanks that I have. It's a lot of work. It's a lot to keep up with, even just the 3 main tanks. So the other 2 kind of suffer a little bit. But anyway, so as for the origin maybe, of the BlackRiverGames part of the channel is I was just looking up other nicknames for Doug, and it was the full name listed out is Douglas, which is actually it's an old Gaelic way of saying the Black River. Can't remember if it's in Ireland or Scotland, but yeah. So that's where that came from. Just kind of BlackRiverGames. I like that. I really like that, actually. So that's where the name of the channel came from. My inspiration for doing this, like I said, was mostly Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. A slight bit more so Jack than Mark, but it's just because they've got such a huge positive impact in their community, and it's a big community at this point. It's pretty damn close to 12 million and 14 million, I think, for Mark. Which that's a lot of people. And that's kind of that's the only thing that has stayed consistent when I've been trying to decide on my career. What I want to do is how can I make a good positive impact in some people's lives, and that's part of where being a police officer comes into play, because whether people want to admit it or not, or like to admit it, cops do make a big impact, a big positive impact in the community that they serve. So that's kind of why I chose to do criminal justice law enforcement in school. That's kind of my fallback for YouTube, because I have to have a job that pays me enough to support myself, because I have a truck, which means a truck payment, which is pretty close to $300 a month, and then insurance on it is almost $200 a month for me because I'm under 25 and that guy, which is total bullshit because I'm a good driver. But I have to have, I absolutely have to be able to drive, because Texas is so big, and like I said, Austin, which is the closest big city, is a 20 to 30 minute drive from my house. But yeah, I'm a big Markiplier and Jacksepticeye fan, and I would love to be able to just sit down and talk to Jack someday for an extended amount of time. I did get to meet him while he was at South by Southwest this year, but when I actually met him, when I saw him, it was kind of a surprise, like, oh my god, that's Jacksepticeye. Hi, Jack. And I did get a picture with him, and that was really cool. I enjoyed South by Southwest a lot. In fact, I I got, well, I didn't get this chair from them, but they were displaying the DX Racer chairs, and my sister and I sat down in them, and like, wow, these are really comfortable. Not sponsored, by the way, God no. So it was definitely a lot better than what we had. Just this little piece of shit, little half-back chair. That wasn't even, the padding wasn't even all that comfortable. So it's like, well, if anyone has any more questions, please, you can leave a comment down below, and I will do my absolute best to answer it. Both with ability to answer it and with the quality of the answer. But I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching it. Anyone who actually is, thank you so much for watching it. If you liked it, just pop that little like button right down there, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.